But like I said to you though, man, you need to, you need to decide what you want. I mean, do you want them there? You not want them? Oh, damn, we live right now. Steppin with Marcus J. We're back. You guys are picking up on conversations that we are having in the break, y'all. The dating pool Diva and I were just having a conversation, and we were talking about when she had mentioned earlier about liking her space, and it was sparked by the comment that S.Y. Butler had made on the MixLR page about her liking her space, and I was kind of picking on her a little bit and saying, you like your space, but, if you want somebody there in your space, you want to send them home. And what's your thoughts? I mean, you can share with the listeners what you was, kind of put me in my place.
Exactly what I want at this point in my life. I mean, I want a companion. I want a guy that, I can get to know and date and go out and chill. He may spend the night sometimes, but guess what? You can't live there. You got to go home. That's the bottom line.
You got to go home. He got to go home. You gonna send him home?
He can't take the cat. He don't get possession of the cat, and when he go home. Oh, you see, she forgot all about the cat. See, poor cat.
I think she knows what the cat is. She's wondering why you being crass.
Yeah. No, not the cat. Remember last time we had a conversation with the cat. The cat, cat. That wasn't. I know it wasn't her, but that's why I'm just saying. Can he get the cat?
Well, yeah. I mean, Toyana did talk to us. Toyana, of course, joins us from time to time here on Ain't No Ass Steppin Marks J. And what Carlton Banks is alluding to is the conversation where she said,
I got proof I ain't got no blanks.
Yeah. Okay. Anyway, he's referring to a conversation that we had a while ago on the show. But anyway, Dating Pool Diva, what you and I were talking about was, when S.Y. had mentioned that you like your space. She's agreeing with you, by the way. Right. My response to that is, well, not really a response, but my question to you was, if you want to have a relationship with someone, which is fair, which is fine, you want to send his ass home every night, or you want to send him home every couple of days? Do you want to, marry him, but you go home to your house and he goes on his house when he's married? And real talk, I know somebody who did that for a long time.
Right. I've heard of people having those type of relationships, or they have, one of them has one of those jobs where they're like a trucker or something like that, and or somebody in the military. I mean, think about it. You can be gone for a year or so and reconnect. But I don't know. I guess realistically, if I was married, I want my husband to be there all the time. But right now, in this space right now, as a single woman, just companionship, just hang out. You don't need to stay, over my house every night and practically moving in type of thing.
I guess ultimately we would need to define what companionship is. I mean, is companionship someone who is there at your beck and call, on those days when you have a bad day and you don't feel like dealing, maybe you need to come home and have a drink, or maybe you need to, get your feet rubbed, or maybe you want your back rubbed, or maybe you just want to get one off. And I'm gonna say that like that. I think if you grown and you listening, you know what I'm saying. I could say it a little more plain, but I think we understand what I'm saying. Do you want that person to be there all the time? And I'm not asking you to answer that question, but I'm asking it to say, these are the things that you need to be thinking about, because here's what I don't want to see happen. I don't want to see you, Tony, Corey, Carlton if he was single, me if I was single, bring somebody into my situation or our situation, and I don't know what the hell I want. Because see, now you got somebody who is tasked with trying to figure it out, just like I'm trying to figure it out. And now you got a frustrating situation for all parties.
Well, I would be upfront with the person that I'm dating or seeing, my companion. I mean, I would let them know exactly what I just said. I feel like we should just take it slow, date, see where things go, hang out. But you don't need to move into my house and live there. And the reason why I'm adamant about that, because I actually had a situation like that. Not calling anybody out, but I actually had a situation where I had someone come and stay with me for a few months, and I really learned a lot about myself as a person. Like, I'm thinking I want the white picket fence and the getting married and this type of dress and these type of bridesmaids. And when that happened, Tony, I'm telling you, it was an eye-opener. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, and I think that of course, I think you need that experience. You know, a lot of people are very traditional in the sense that, oh, you know, they don't want to live together before they get married. But I think it's necessary because that's how you really get to know the other person. And also, like you said, yourself. But I do believe that when it's the right person, you know, you're able to find that balance with them as far as spending time together and having time apart from one another. That, you know, it makes it a lot different, especially when you love that person and you want to spend with them like every moment of every day. You want to be with them. It is different as opposed to, you know, I'm just kind of dating, we're having fun, kind of getting to know each other. But yeah, you should take it slow. I definitely agree with that as far as moving somebody in with you. That's huge. And especially at this point in our lives, you know, we are pretty set in our ways. And I wonder, you know, there's some things you can kind of adjust for other people and they, you know, should be willing to adjust for you, but it could be a deal breaker. Absolutely.
You know, I'm getting a hit on the Facebook fan page. I didn't get permission from this person to read their comments, so I won't call out their name unless they let me know that it's okay. But this person says, here's the deal. Women are bringing home the bacon, frying it up in the pan, paying our own mortgages, car payments. If we're expected to live in a man's world, it's okay to act like men. We don't need to rush into things. Divorce is too easy. And they're giving you a thumbs up. They're saying, go Tony. Ladies, you're both kind of doing the shake your ass, and I agree with her type of thing. Both of them is almost like y'all choreographed it. I have my opinion on it, but I will temper it until one of the two of you or both of you comment.
Well, I agree. Of course, I was doing the bankhead bounce. That's what I was doing. I agree. I mean, a lot of women are, you know, a lot of people don't like this word, but independent, for lack of a better word, they are able to take care of themselves financially. And it doesn't really mean that we don't want companionship, that we don't want a man in our lives. It doesn't mean that at all. It just means that we're able to take care of our business.
The same person continues by saying, we all want to love and be loved. That's it. But being alone is as important as being together. Space is a must. So they're agreeing with you, Charisma. Tony, do you want to comment on that?
No, I mean, I totally agree. Yeah, you definitely, I can do things myself financially, but I don't mind a minute. Like, I'm very affectionate. You know, I'm a big baby. I love to be held and cuddled, and, you know, I like those things. So while I don't need you to pay any of my bills, which is okay if you can contribute, that's even better. But there are still certain things that I need, you know, that I can't necessarily get for myself. And Carlton, don't say a word. No, I thought you were going somewhere else when I said there's certain things that I can't necessarily do for myself.
He's doing it. He's doing. You don't need to commentate on the hand signals I'm giving you. Just talk.
I'm trying to be nice. I like Tony. I don't like Charisma.
Wow.
Oh my
God. I'm gonna need you to hammer him right now.
I am appalled.
That's why I ain't saying nothing.
Okay, I don't understand why, because we don't really agree on anything that we discuss. Is that what it is? But you two were just going in earlier, though.
But I like Tony.
I think he's picking on you, and I'm gonna need.
That's okay.
I think
the feelings are mutual.
Ooh. You know
Bam.
what? Hey, yeah, do that one more time, Tony.
Bam.
See, Tony, man, you better go on the other side with her.
Nah, man, because you started. You know, see, here's the thing, right? It's my birthday, right? And I feel it's my birthday, and my earth's strong, and you gonna pick on, I guess, see, you and I and Big Roo, we call crew, and anybody that comes behind us, they're special guests. Right, kind of like Heather Locklear was on Melrose Place.
You're not gonna do that? No, you're not.
Special guest star.
You're not gonna do that.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that. Here's why. Because Heather Locklear made the show. I'm trying to give y'all props. The show wasn't nothing until Heather Locklear made the show. I'm trying to give you props. I ain't him.
See how she flip flop.
I'm actually with you now.
See how she flip flop?
Because I'm trying to give her props. She ain't even let me finish.
Yep.
Before
cut you up.
I just would have liked another analogy.
I mean, you know, the show wasn't nothing until she came in. The show made the show special and better. The show was terrible until they put Heather Locklear special guest star. You got to have special guest star top billing, and you just kind of fussed at me, and I was trying to help you against him.
See how she is? Turncoat.
Remember, he likes her.
He don't like nobody.
Nah, he don't.
No, No, I don't.
He don't. Charisma, I'm gonna need you to.
Tell Tony that to make her feel better.
I'm gonna need you to get him though, because he's
wounded right now. I can't get him.
Nah, girl, you better not.
Yeah, don't let him win. You will not be defeated.
Yeah, you will not be defeated.
We'll call that ladder first. I'm gonna get a chair to something to stand on.
I really don't care, Carlton Banks.
Go ahead, stand in the chair.
And you know what though? If it was a battle of wit, I put my money on the black person. And you know, I have Steppin with Marcus J. Before we move on, because now that we've kind of done a whole nother segment on this thing, I think we really should take another quick break to transition into our rants. And then our closes, but Dating Pool Diva, I'll kind of give you the last word on this. I do think, it's important that we have our space. I'm someone who is married. I was with, Mrs. J for a long time before we got married, and I think that she would agree that the both of us need our space. I don't need her up under me. She don't need me up under her. There's times where she and I and Mama J literally go to 3 different corners of the house for hours and stay the hell away from each other, because, the more you with somebody, the more they get on your damn nerves. They just do. And so because they get on your damn nerves, it's okay. You may love them and all of that kind of stuff, but it's cool. So my ultimate thing that I think we all need to do, and this is kind of coming from the conversation that we were having in the break, ultimately we need to decide what we want. And if what we want is someone to kind of be a weekend warrior, for lack of a better term, then that's cool. That's what you want, then it's cool. But it just needs to be clear expectations set in the beginning. And once we do that, then we're good.
I agree. I mean, you definitely, I've done YouTube videos on that exact topic, that you have to put some things out there in the beginning when you first start dating. And not necessarily the first date, but the first few dates you may want to explore a little bit more each time until, you kind of come together on some things. So, yeah, I agree with you on that.
And I have Steppin Marcus J. Taking our final break, and I know we said that in the last segment, but this, in fact, will be our final break of the night. We just need a transition, so this break will be very quick. We're going to come back, and we're going to actually do our rants and our closings. We're going to finish up in about 10, 15 minutes. So stay with us for the final break of the night. Marcus J. and I have Steppin. On my birthday, y'all, we live from the Den, LegacyInternetRadio.com. We appreciate the love we getting. We'll see you on MixLR, Shoutcast, Winamp, Loud City. Stay with us. We'll be back in a minute.